everyone. I'm Skyping with Margaret Jankowski, and you're in Madison, Wisconsin, right?
I am. Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm so happy to see you.
You too. We saw each other at VDTA in Vegas, and I thought everybody at TQS really needs to know about your project. In 2005, you started the Sewing Machine Project. Tell everybody what it is and how it got started.
Oh, thank you. The Sewing Machine Project started as after I'd read an article on the internet about a woman who lost her sewing machine in the tsunami in Southeast Asia. And the story struck me so deeply as a sewer and as a mother. This woman was just looking for her sewing machine. And it was her key to earning an income for her family. And it just really struck me. And so I began collecting sewing machines to send to people who needed them.
Like people out of the country, or what happened?
Originally, I was sending them to Sri Lanka and to India, to people affected by the storm, by the tsunami. And then later, in 2005, Hurricane Katrina hit down in New Orleans, and we shifted our efforts down there. And I started taking just van load after van load of sewing machines down to the Gulf after Hurricane Katrina.
Literally driving them down?
I was driving a truck.
Wow.
Down there, back and forth. Over several years, but since Hurricane Katrina, I've made over 17 trips down there and delivered about 900 sewing machines. So we would rent a truck and load it up with all the machines that had been donated and checked, and then we'd take it down to New Orleans and distribute them. And I had a huge database of people who needed the machines. And so we'd set up a distribution and go down and hand them out. And then come back, collect some more.
Wow. I mean, that'd be like Santa Claus showing up, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So what are you doing now? Because it's now you're working with local groups, correct, in your area?
We are. It's kind of funny. So many groups begin locally and then expand outwards, but we kind of did the opposite. We started halfway around the world and then came into our country and then started some local programs. So at this point, we work on mainly a local and national level. We do a little bit of international work. But here in Madison, we offer classes at local community centers to people who otherwise would have no access to sewing or sewing machines, and to whom a sewing machine could make a huge difference, saving money for their family and even making a little money on the side. So we teach a 6-week course that's very beginning. We teach how to use their machine and mend things. We asked participants to pay it forward by making something for the community that they live in so that they know that they have a voice too in their community. And after those 6 weeks are done, they get to keep the machine that they learned on.
Wow.
So I know, it's really cool. So we offer that same program to groups all over the country. So if somebody in another part of the country can identifies a population in their area that could really benefit from this, they can write a proposal to the Sewing Machine Project, and then we provide the machines and the curriculum if they need it, so that they can do this in other parts of the country. So we send machines all over the country all the time.
So do you want a whole garage full of machines? I mean, do you want people to ship you machines? How does this work?
Well, there's information on our website. We are always collecting machines, donated sewing machines. They need to be in good working order, and they need to be portable, so not in a table. But quite frankly, we get a lot of sewing machines. We are completely blessed that way. In fact, I can't believe that after 10 years we still receive as many machines as we do. So that's always an alternative. Somebody could send us their sewing machine if they wanted to participate that way. But no, we're a very small organization, and we work out of a Sunday school classroom.
Oh, it's kind of a catch-22, right?
Yeah. So too many machines is tricky to deal with.
So truly, your website has a lot of really great information. And one thing I noticed, there was a program called Forget Me Not.
Absolutely, yeah. That is in the giving portion of our website. And Forget Me Not is a really sweet program. It started about 6 years ago. I started receiving donations through the mail, just checks in the mail, and they all had a little note that they were in honor of somebody named Viola. And I had no idea who Viola was. And so I kept receiving them, and I was thinking, this is odd. And so finally, after looking through all of our records and trying to find somebody with that name, I went online and I started looking up obituaries. And a woman, a quilter from Minnesota, had passed away. She'd been really active in her community, and her family had found us and named us as the beneficiary for her legacy. And so people made donations in her honor. And that was the beginning of Forget Me Not. And so what we did was we just formed a donation program where people can make a donation in honor of a quilter or somebody that's really involved in the community, a sewer, in any way that they want. And some people do it after someone's passed away. Some groups do it like for a birthday or
awesome.
A way to honor somebody who's here now.
That's awesome. I mean, what do you give a person who has everything? That's great. It's absolutely great. Well, listen, everyone, I want you to check out the website. Again, it's the Sewing Machine Project. And see, I guess, number one, if you have a machine to spare, but probably more importantly, is there something you can do in your community to help people out who are less fortunate than probably everyone watching this? Would you agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so on a side note, are you staying warm, Madison?
I'm trying. It's trying to be spring here.
Nice.
Little things are poking their heads up.
Nice. Is there anything else you want to leave with everybody who's watching this right now?
Well, I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful for the quilting, that the community is listening to us, because this is a really, really exciting organization. It's growing in a really beautiful way. And so I'm very grateful to be on the show. One other thing that I'd ask people to check out when they visit our website is there are mending opportunities too. We have a sweet little mending program, and you can learn all about it on our website and ways to do it in your own community.
Cool. Well, I'm so glad we bumped into each other in Vegas at VDTA. It's a VAC sewing show, and you manned your booth all by your little lonesome. And I'm great we reconnected because we talked about doing this a little bit ago, and it just kind of fell through the cracks. Yikes.
I know.
You know?
I am so happy too.
So thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you around, and this is just such a wonderful program, and you're blessing people all over, so thank you.
Well, thank you, Alex. I really appreciate the chance to be on your show.
Awesome. Bye-bye.
Good. Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.